Time to get ready with me. Ooh, look at that. Look at that Etsy shirt. Basically, I'm gonna get ready to go out, but I wanted to talk about something to a camera. So I'm gonna talk about Gilmore Girls. Gilmore Girls is a very popular TV show that I'd heard of, but never watched. I kind of just missed it. It wasn't in my time as a TV watcher, and I didn't watch it until November, and I watched it essentially in a month. I went from having not seen any of it to watching the whole thing and the revival. So I have some thoughts that I thought I'd share with you, having come out of this from a very intense binge watch. First off, I was quite amused to know that they'd carried over the fact that they were problematic. So a lot of the complaints that I saw about the revival was that it was really problematic. And yeah, it was. There was a lot of things in it that I was like, oh god. Like I said, I watched it immediately after I finished the last episode of season 7. So to me, I didn't really notice it because at that point I was so used to Lorelai being the most problematic bitch. And Rory and just being like, oh, you two. It's just one of those things that you have to go in and be like, do you know what? They could do better than this, but it's what it is, and it can't be changed now. Well, it could have been in the revival, and they tried. They tried. I mean, what was with that weird Paul storyline? Like, did anyone get that? I didn't. Well, here's the thing. Lorelai is like one of the most annoying characters on the show because she's the biggest hypocrite. She does stuff and expects everyone to be all on board. Then the minute someone else does what she has previously done, she's like, wow, how dare you, that's so rude. And I'm like, yeah, it is rude, but you also did it literally maybe a season ago. Get a grip. On the topic of repeating actions, it's amazing to me that this season, it's gone on 7 seasons and a revival, and these characters still haven't caught on that miscommunication is the worst thing that could possibly happen to them. All of their problems come from keeping secrets from each other, and they still haven't learned it. That is so frustrating to me. It's like the same story over and over again, especially with like Luke and Lorelai, because I love Luke, okay? He tries so hard. Him and Lorelai keeping secrets from each other is so bad for them, and they keep doing it. They've been together for like how many years by the revival? 15 years, and they still keep secrets from each other. It's just so bizarre to me that they're able to make the same mistakes over and over again. But maybe I'm the fool because I just kept watching, being like, oh, you guys, like, why was I still watching? I let them get away with it. Here's the thing as well, I wasn't meant to come out, I don't think, of Gilmore Girls being like, Emily Gilmore is one of the best characters on the show. I don't know if I was meant to. I don't know if I was meant to feel bad for her, but like, I feel like anyone who had a daughter as obnoxious and self-centered as Lorelai, like, there's gonna be trouble, especially if you're a similar vein. But at least Emily Gilmore got told off for stuff. Lorelai's actions were always that everyone always defended her, and she always defended herself, so it's like she always got away with everything, even though she did the most stupid things. Like, okay, I get it. You had a terrible relationship with your dad, and do you know what? It was interesting to watch. I loved watching Lorelai and Richard's standoffs. I found them a much more complex and interesting dynamic than her and Emily, who were just like always against each other. So I get that Lorelai was going to have issues. Getting drunk at his funeral and saying that he was an asshole to you it also makes you an asshole. Like, am I right? I feel like I'm right there. I feel like that's a justified thing to say. It's as if Lorelai doesn't realise that her actions can also have repercussions, just like everyone else's mistakes and, you know, against her. The thing is as well, is what I found annoying is that I actually kind of liked her. I shouldn't have liked her, I really did. It's the same thing of, you have to accept that all the characters in this show are problematic. All of them are so deeply flawed, apart from like maybe Miss Patty. She's the only one that could get away, and Babette. They can get away with anything, and I'm like, you know what, free pass. Why did I do this to myself? I don't know. I'd go back and watch it as well. I have thoughts about Rory's boy situations, okay? Because I feel like I went on that journey with her, and I've come out the other end with a very firm opinion on how things turned out post-revival. Sorry, I had to do my eyebrows. I couldn't do that on camera. It's way too embarrassing. Jess is the best, and I'm not even sorry about it. Okay, let's just preface this with, he is completely my type of character, and anyone who knows me will know why, even if they haven't watched Gilmore Girls. A silent, broody type who everyone thinks is a bit of an asshole because he's kind of snarky and sarcastic, but actually has a heart of gold and is completely misunderstood. Anyway, you get my point. I really love Jess. I love the arc that he went on. I love that he got redemption, and I just feel like out of all of Rory's boyfriends, who all kind of were assholes, he was the least assaholic? Asshole-ish? Dean's just a bit of a prick, and Logan's okay. I just wasn't feeling it. Personal preference. At the end of the revival is obviously, spoiler alert, the last 4 words, which were like, oh my god, hey, Rory's pregnant. Which, you know, isn't good, I guess, even if it's an open ending, in it being full circle. I mean, I guess that's kind of satisfying. It's okay, it's because it's different, and I think this is where I'm okay with it. Because people didn't like the parallels that were being drawn between Rory, Jess and Logan, and Luke, Lorelai and Christopher. I personally was okay with it the more that I thought about it. So I think that was what was annoying me about the revival. Was I like, why is Rory being such an asshole in the revival? Like, she was flawed in the actual show, but she wasn't this much of an asshole. And that's when I realised that she was a mini Lorelai. And that was the point, and that's why she was annoying me. Ooh, but she was different to Lorelai in the same way that Jess is different to Luke, and Logan is different to Christopher. And the difference is they're all a little bit older and have been through more life experience, so handle situations a little bit differently than the previous generation because they're a bit more mature. Let me lay this out for you. Jess is very similar to Luke in that they're both very snarky and sarcastic, which I appreciate, which is just what I like in characters, but they're good people and they will do stuff for other people rather than for themselves. You see constantly both of them making decisions based off the ones that they love rather than for their own self, which is probably their fatal flaw as well, is that they don't look after themselves enough. They think too much about other people. But here's the difference between Jess and Lou. Jess actually faced the fact that he was flawed and he needed to open up with his emotions and be more in touch with that sort of thing. And Jess, you know, Jess bettered himself. Jess is living his best life, and he cottoned on to the fact that he needed to be more receptive to other people and them trying to help him much quicker than Luke did. Jess is much more mature emotionally than Luke is, even though they are very similar people still, as you can see in the banter. Rory is very similar to Lorelai, except Rory's had a lot more opportunities, I guess, than Lorelai has, in that she's having this baby a lot later, so she has a bit more life experience, even though she's clearly inherited Lorelai's sense of self-importance, as evidenced in the revival. But you know, I like to think that Rory's got a little bit more give than Lorelai has, maybe. I suppose Rory's always been more mature than Lorelai, so there's hope yet. And the same with Logan. Logan seems a lot more, even though, you know, he's cheating on his fiancée, Logan seems a lot more mature than Christopher, a lot less likely to kick off. Have all moved on, and Dean is irrelevant just as Mr. Medina is. Max, what's the point of him? I think what that spells for the future is, if they're the same characters but further on and a bit mature, is that there's hope that it's not all going to be a mess. So maybe it was for something. Maybe all of Luke and Lorelai's and Christopher's nonsense all was for something to better the lives of the next generation into not being quite as much of a shit show, and that's quite inspiring. I really wanted an episode where it was from Paul Anka's perspective, because it would expose so much bullshit, don't you think? I didn't find Kirk funny until like the last 2 seasons, and even then in the revival I didn't find him that funny. I don't know why. I didn't get it. Emily Gilmore's arc in the revival was the best thing about the entire show. I'm so glad that she found her inner peace, and I hope she's living her best life after Richard. I cried all the way through any mention of Richard, because I loved that character. Even again, he was flawed, but he kind of owned it and was apologetic when necessary. He got a good send-off, and I cried like a baby all the way through it. Everyone hated the musical segment of the revival. I personally loved it because I love Sutton Foster and Christian Borle. I would have watched an entire episode just of them making a musical about Stars Hollow, because that's all I want, really. And I'd rather have watched that than the white upper middle class rich people nonsense that was going on. I'm ratting on it, but I do really like it. It's a fun show. I didn't really ever take too seriously, and I enjoyed the time that I had binge watching it. It was fun, and in the end, I guess we all won, because we all now have Paris Geller in our lives, and she'll never leave us. And she truly is the most iconic lesbian of this generation's TV. Because, I mean, Paris is gay, we all know this, right? Like, she's gay. She's gay and powerful, and I love her, and I want to be her. God, Paris Geller's amazing. She's just so unapologetically angry, it's amazing. I'm so glad that she was in this revival, she saved the entire thing. Thanks for getting ready with me. Ironically, I think now I'm probably too late to go out. There's kind of no point in putting this makeup on, but well, there you go. Thanks for hanging out. Bye.